Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pantomime. Today, we're going to be looking at the saucy, filthy, dirty world of Adult Panto. So, for those of you who are still with us and have also managed to keep the contents of their stomach down, yes, as I explained in my bedroom earlier, we will be looking at adult pantomime today. Why adult pantomime? Well, I want to start looking at how we've diverged a little from pantomime. I think the best place to start is a small baby step, or adult step, as it were, away from the traditional format. So again, speaking to various practitioners of adult pantomime, today I'll be asking what actually makes an adult pantomime, and why is there a demand for it? Why is there a need for adult panto as such? Why does adult panto exist when panto already exists? Why do you think?
It's a very good question. A lot of people that come and see our pantomimes tell us that they hate traditional pantomime, but they love ours. So when we started doing the shows, it seemed that there was a space for redressing the balance of hideous experiences that children had of going to see traditional panto, whether they had been really bad because they were done by an amateur dramatics group in the local village hall and it was just, awfully done, or whether it was really scary because, sometimes for a small child you can have a really awful experience of meeting a baddie in pantomime that can scar you for life. I'm told, it's never happened to me. I just wanted to become one. But I find that endearing that people come to us because they hate panto. But more and more over the years, I know that we have people come to us who appreciate that we don't lambast everything about traditional panto. I love it. It's what I was brought up on. I have been performing in traditional panto since I was 7 years old in that village hall, in that dreadful production. That's where I started doing it, and that's where this is the kernel of all of this comes from. So it's, I suppose, sometimes when you go and see traditional pantomime now, as an adult, the audience is full of children, and sometimes the focus is perhaps a little too much on them and their needs and entertaining them. It's very loud, there's a lot of, crying or talking. I'm talking about children here again. And the thing I really hate actually about traditional pantomimes, not all of them, but a lot of them, they sell a lot of merchandise, which obviously I appreciate they have to make money in the theatre. They make a tremendous amount of noise and things that light up and go clack, clack, clack and go round and round and round and round and round. And I think for a lot of people that aren't used to Teletubbies being in the background and, children kind of chattering on a daily basis, and don't get me wrong, anybody out there that puts up with that all day long, you're a better person than I am. But I think that's kind of mind-boggling when you go into a theatre and you meet a big audience that's kind of having a lot of that stuff going on whilst also watching a show. So for me, it's an opportunity to go, well, let's take all of the fun bits, let's take all of the great bits, let's take away some of the sticky fingers and some of the talking at the inappropriate bits, and see if we can actually get something quite nuanced and intelligent in here.
We found that adult panto is exactly what it says on the tin. It's panto for adults. What fascinates me really is that it even exists, because to me, for ages, I thought and felt that panto was very much a family affair. You went with the children, you had a good time, it was good, clean-ish family fun. But I love the fact that there's a demand for older people like myself who say, let's get rid of the kids. Let's spend an evening doing something that is really reminiscent, something that's really homely, something that's really fun, but let's be a bit late night Channel 5 about it. I think the issue is, is adult panto actually an alternative to panto? I don't think it is. I don't think it's an alternative because it's still very much panto. I've been now to review both Paul L. Martin and Stuart Saint's adult pantos, and both of them I said, you strip away the smut, you're left with still an excellent pantomime there. So what I think Adult Panto is actually Panto because it does what Panto does best. It adapts, it evolves, it's actually evolving itself to meet a different audience on a level that they're happy with, that, you know, it's meeting adults on an adult level. So yes, it's an alternative in the fact that we still have normal Panto and now we have Adult Panto, but they're the same thing, two strands of the same Panto branch. So, that's that. Adult Panto is Panto, just a lot more fun and a lot more filthy. Or just as fun, but a lot more filthy in most of the cases. So, we've still got other things to look at. We've still got other alternative shows. How far do they actually go from Panto? How different are they, if at all? Now, that's something I'll leave you to think with as I go and try not to embarrass myself by getting down to a very small pair of red shorts again on YouTube. And I'll see you for my next episode of Pantomime.